What's going on, YouTube? Just want to go over maybe some stocks to watch this next week. Here is on request from Crystal Fist. I'm going to go over these ones that I missed. Here's the velocity shares 3 times gas linked to the S&P. Looks like on a daily, it's broken into past previous lows. So now we got some we're working on a daily support levels now. Weekly, it's got to get up past $1. It's got to close above $1 before it can start moving into previous lows, which is the EMA 8 and 13 on the weekly. So it's got a lot of work to do. Going back to the daily. Looks like a previous low is at 117, 120. See if you can close on a weekly basis above 120. That would be key. Here's major previous lows at 130, 135. So there you go. I would keep an eye. Here's a gap that was filled. You can use these gaps as resistance and support levels. Lots of gaps going on the daily. Looks like it could be making a bottom, but look for retracements back to support so it can gather its legs so it can move higher. Here's a gap right here at 108, 109 to 113. Look for major resistance over $1. Here's another gap. Looks like you're hitting resistance right now at 92. So it looks like it filled that gap, previous gap here, and it backed off. So it hit resistance pretty hard. One thing on a daily is you got this nice little hammer. So breaking above 91, above 95, between 95 and $1 would be a good place to close next week. Above 95, below $1. If it has enough juice to close above $1, by all means. If it closes above $1, it's likely to go to 110, the next resistance line. You are working off a nice hammer right here, knocking out a bottom. Especially it broke into previous lows, made a hammer above support lines, above the 13. That's a nice little hammer above the 13 on a daily. The next trend break is at 130, previous lows. Getting above 130 on a monthly basis would be key. Let's check out a monthly chart. It's not going to show me much. It looks like very sideways action for. Oof. This thing got dropped like a rock. My monthly chart's not going to show you much. But it looks like major resistance on a monthly. If we can get above 340 on a monthly, we might be seeing trend change. But that's a long way off. Weekly, again, let's see if we can get close to the 130 range. Close above the 8. 13 is about the 150, 160 range. So there you go. Silver Corp for Crystal Fist. It looks like on a daily, you got this reverse head and shoulders breakout. So now you got support here. Which is basically 50% of this long green candle. Weekly, looks like it's doing the same thing as gold did. kind of really barely even retraced after a weekly break. Came back to the 8 though, and now it's trying to move higher, but it is got a previous high here at 166. Look at definitely breaking in the previous lows, but look at resistance at 166 through 174. So you got resistance here, and finally resistance at 2. So it looks good. This previous break would be support, so you got support around 140 or so, right? You know, triple top break right there. Pretty nice support at 140, so you're good. Buy into support. You got resistance at 166, again at 2, and 174.5. This previous lows here. All right, I missed this one. CEE, I guess it's a mineral, European North African mineral resource company. On a weekly, it doesn't look good. That's a bearish cloud cover. Dark cloud cover on a weekly. So look for a confirmation of that as it breaks below 169. You got support at 157 on a weekly. Let's look on a. Looks like you had a major break at 142. It's come down and broke 171 and came down and used that as support on a monthly. Look to stay above this 50% of this long candle. Definitely got a lot of support here on 140, but intermediate wise, I would try to stay above 50% of this candle. It looks like Friday's close was a devastation. And on a daily, you're well below previous lines of support, which are the 13 and 8 on a daily. It is making a double bottom. Look for confirmation on the downside as it breaks below previous lows, this double bottom. If we can get up to 175, that would be confirmation to step back in, as the previous candle will be upwards. And then you can use this 175 as support. But as it stands right now, the weekly double top dark cloud cover looks like you got support at 157. So there you go on that. Gold again. We're well above our trend line change. If we can stay above our weekly 34. Looks like we're going to have we've got 2 weeks left in the month. Coming down to support already on a weekly. If we can stay above here on a monthly basis, we be bullish times ahead. Silver again hasn't broke out yet. So these these kind of patterns is what I'm looking for. Let's take this out. These weekly patterns is what I like to watch for. I like to search for. I don't care what sector it is or what market it is. But as far as this YouTube channel and my passion for gold and silver, we're going to watch gold and silver stocks, mining stocks, do this reverse head and shoulders, come back down to support as it broke weekly trend line, comes back into support, and gets ready to break on this flat top high, which is 16 break on silver. So here we go. We got USLV on that weekly pattern, broke into weekly trend break, came back down to support, and now it is closed above the weekly support. Look for a break above 14 on USLV. You can see that same pattern above the weekly trend. IAG, same thing. This time it's a little bit a higher break, but it did come down to support. Look for previous high breaks. Okay. Here's another one, PZG, a little low flyer, but same kind of pattern above the 34 weekly. Broke trend, came back down to support. Maybe needs a little bit more consolidation, but set your alerts above 125. Could be a nice break above 125 on PCG. Excuse me. Moving right along, SSRI. You can see how the weekly broke, comes back down to support. We got this long line of support here for weeks. See if we can stay above the weekly trend. Look for previous high breaks. And this trend right there. So it looks like above 7. Well, it looks like a high flyer above that weekly trend break. Broke, came back down to support. Watch 8 and 13 come across, and use that 8 all the way up as your support. Here's ProShares Ultra Silver. Again, the same theme. Silver hasn't broken out yet, so you got to see a lot of these patterns coming. Break above weekly, came back down to support. Look for previous high breaks. AAU, same thing. Broke, came into support, and now you're following that 8 and 13 all the way across. Looks like a break above 75 to 80. This previous high break right here, 82. Above 82, watch out. Could go to $1. Previous lows. Breaking into previous lows, sell for profits. Here's Tanzanian. Look for a break. This thing has been going sideways for a very, very long time. It looks like it got finally a little bit of action. Got a double bottom. Look for a break above 33 on Tanzanian. That's Jim Sinclair's little baby, I guess. So I'm going to keep watching that. ASM on a weekly, you can see that same pattern, just a little bit different price action, but it broke into the weekly, stair stepped on this thing, came down to support and busted again, made a new high, came down, and now the 8 is reaching or coming across the 34 as price comes down to meet it, making a splash for support. And finally, PSLV. PSLV, same. This is almost exactly the same as the silver chart, coming down into support, caught support, it's ready to make a weekly break, flat top. Looks like 625. This previous high over here, breaking above 628. Let's see if we can get all these things moving this week. That's all I can come up with. Let me know if you find any more with these weekly kind of bullish retracements over the weekly trend. That's it. Thanks for watching, and here's how how to donate cups of coffee. Bring on those cups of coffee. Thank you very much for everyone that has donated. I'm very surprised at how many people have donated. But if you continue to like these videos, go ahead and buy me a cup of coffee. And here's the button for Bitgold accounts, also my supporter. So if you get a Bitgold account, it only helps yourself and myself. I got Google Plus, Facebook page, and Twitter, and my Precious Metals Prices website. So thanks for watching, and let me know again if there's any other weekly bullish retracements out there that you want to keep track of. I'm trying to build a list so we can all keep in contact. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.